Jack Squad, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? Listen, don't forget to make it happen for yourself. That's what you got to do. Make it happen for yourself. Jesus Christ, don't I know that? Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of my social media stuff is down in the description box, including my email, my Cash App. Please email me. Please Cash App me. I got a dire situation, y'all. When I tell you it's dire, it is dire. A dire situation, right? With my car, I need some money. Yeah. I'm really numb sitting here, right? But, I got to do what I got to do. The show must go on, right? So anyway, y'all, let me tell you something. I've been watching. Y'all know I'm a reality head. Y'all know that. I love all reality just about, right? Except for the ones I don't watch, like Survivor and stuff, and Naked and Afraid. I ain't watching it. That's stupid. But I know about it, but I don't watch it. I watch the drama-filled ones. Why? Because I don't have no drama in my life. I just watch it on TV, right? So anyway, I had missed a couple weeks. I had missed 1 week of Love After Lockup. Now, if y'all don't know what Love After Lockup is, it is a show where men and women meet other men and women in prison and start relationships with them. Okay, that's the premise of the show, right? This season, y'all, I'm trying to figure out the words. Is this season the best or the worst? Now, I'm going to tell you why it's the best. It's the best season because this is the most ridiculous drama I ever seen on this show. I think I've watched it all seasons. It's the worst because it's a sad state of affairs for what women, especially black women, okay, us, sissies, will do and tolerate to have a man. It's quite frankly disgusting. This season is the most disgusting to me, right? If you look at it from that aspect, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you the players. The players that one couple ain't on there no more because he beat her. Her name was Gabby and his name was, I want to say his name was Chris. Hold on, let me tell you what his name was. Chris, yep. Now, let me tell you about Gabby and Chris. Now, they was on, it was last season. Sometimes they overlap the seasons with them, right? Depending on how interesting they are. So last season, Gabby and Chris was on. Now this was I think she was Latina. I'm gonna say she Latina. I don't know what she was. And she was with this black guy, Chris. Now Chris didn't look like Chris didn't look like he was worthy of any conversation, let alone waiting on him until he got out. But what Chris did was he had got a lawsuit some kind of way, and this girl manipulated her way into the lawsuit. So he bought her a car. He split the money between her and his mother and sister. His mother and sister, right? Anyway, she waited on him to get out. Now, she didn't know him. She met him in prison. This is the part that get me. I could see if your man, he been good to you, been taking care of you, and he go down and you stand by him. You down with him, 10 toes, right? But somebody, a stranger that you don't know what they're going to be like on the outside when they get out. They can tell you anything, all the niceties in the inside, right? Well, she didn't know him. She met him, and I guess she was going to see him for however long he was in there, and he shared some of his money with her, right? Now, I was thinking that maybe he was a drug dealer or something. I didn't realize he had got the suit at this point. All right, so he bought her car, but come to find out, he didn't pay for the car outright. She still had to pay the note. You ain't did nothing, Negro, right? So anyway, he get out. Immediately when he get out, now she was trying to keep his mother and sister from him, but since he had bought her the car, she had to go get them to get him when he got out. Okay, now let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I love black men. Y'all know I love black love. Y'all know I love black power, right? This was the sorriest looking. We just going based off how he was looking and how he was carrying himself and how he was talking. Sorriest. I don't know why she thought he was going to be something other than what he was, right? So anyway, as soon as he get out, she go get a officiant from somewhere, next in the building somewhere, and they married him right outside on the sidewalk outside the building. Right there. She wanted to marry him right then because they needed to be husband and wife so he can get paroled to her house. Now, they lived in Jersey somewhere, right? Look like he lived in the projects in Jersey or New York or somewhere, right? Anyway, they get married and all this. He don't have nothing. He has nothing. See, listen, everybody deserves a second chance, maybe a third, right? But I think it's bad to get into a relationship with someone and they haven't gotten on their feet. And you expect them to automatically be this husband, be this man, and be this great guy. He got to get himself together. First, he got to get his mind together, first of all. He's been sitting in jail for a period of time. He got to get his mental together, first of all. He can't be worried about you and loving on you and doing shit. He got to get himself together. So it's selfish for you to think this man will come out and be everything you want him to be. That's stupid, first of all, right? Well, anyway, she made me get out. They had a big to-do, and he beat her damn near to death, right? And chipped a tooth. I think he broke some ribs, blacked the eye. He beat her bad. So I guess he's back in jail. So they are not together anymore, so you don't see them. But I don't know if I follow her on TikTok, but I seen her on TikTok. She was going live, and she was explaining and so on and so forth. So that one's over with. Now, the other interesting couple, there's quite a few interesting couples, but the one that is the most interesting, there's two that's most interesting to me. And that is, let me get their names right, honey. Monique is the one girl. Monique and, Monique and Derek. Derek is from Cleveland. This is the reason why I started, because I wasn't even going to watch it this season. Because I had watched it and I was like, this is just so ridiculous. Why would you get with somebody in prison you don't know, and they're going to be a total different person when they come out. Totally different. You don't know that by now? Well, anyway, I watched it. Somebody called me and said, you got to watch it. He from Cleveland. You got to watch it. So I caught up on it and I'm watching it. I'm in it now. I'm all in, right? Okay, so Monique is the heavyset girl. She has went viral, right? Because she's a heavyset girl. She's a cute girl, but she's heavyset. And he's this little short dude. He's a little dude and short dude, right? And when they showed him in the car, he looked so much smaller than her. And they were saying on TikTok or something I was looking at that they're angling the cameras to make it look like that. I don't know. But I saw that she put on her IG some weeks back that they are purposely making her look so much bigger than him with the cameras. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know. You photo buffs, people that know about photography, y'all drop down in the comments and tell me if that's really true. I don't know. Because they side by side, he looks so minuscule to her. She looks huge. And I do know that when they're driving, she has an extra extender on her seatbelt, right? Now, for me, she's happy in her skin, right? But you're not going to show me in the car because it shows the contrast of his littleness and her bigness, right? Just don't show me in that light, right? Well, anyway, they are very much, out of all the couples, they're the most viral, right? They're still together. He lives with this past episode, he went to go see his great-grandmother because that's where he's going to be staying. And that's where his father stays. The father looks like an alcoholic, right? Matter of fact, while they was filming, the father's like, let me go over here and get a drink. Grandma had, old folks had the liquor over there. They got a liquor cabinet or a liquor table or something, right? Just for company, not what we doing. It's just for company, right? He over there drinking. He had no teeth up at the top. That was his daddy. But they were nice. And in contrast to his mother's kids who were not so nice to her, right? Well, anyway, Monique this is the part. They're buying these dudes things. They're setting them up. When I see him on IG, he got on Gucci suits. I don't know if they're real or not. Got his glasses. His hair is braided nicely. His hair is lined. When they got out, I see the video. I don't know when it happened. She took him to a restaurant and he spent $500. He bought $500 worth of food. Where can you go and they got that? You need to eat that much food, right? And then he said, well, you got it right, babe. Like, these people are using these people. Like, when I watch the other seasons, nobody is together. I don't believe no one is together because they're using them. Or either if they're not using them, if they have habits, they get back on those habits and so the relationship doesn't work, right? Listen, Monique and what is his name again? Derek. I believe in him for right now, only because I think he's going to use her till he's finished using her. Now, she lives in Chicago. He lives in Cleveland. He cannot leave Cleveland. And he said on this last episode, he don't know about the temptation, if he can resist temptation. And, he's had dime pieces and this and that and that and that. And he's telling his family that, he's with her and because she stuck by him. Y'all wasn't answering the phone. If you watch it and read between the lines, he was saying, y'all wasn't answering the phone. Y'all wasn't sending me no money. Y'all wasn't coming to see me. She did, right? So he's loyal to an extent. We'll see how loyal he is once she goes back to Chicago. Now, she's very untrusting and her self-esteem is very low. No matter how much she say she liked the skin she's in, and she may, but she's insecure, very. And she gave him a phone. She's got a tracker on it where she can track where he's at. She's trying to put cameras in grandma's house in the bedroom so she can watch him. I don't want no relationship like that. I don't want no relationship like that. I do not, right? And it's sad to watch. That's why I said it's the most interesting and the most disgusting at the same time, if you can believe that, right? Because it shows the lengths that a woman will go through to have a man. Now that's Monique and Derek. The other couple, black couple, is Eris. She's a girl. Eris and Cameron. Now Cameron is from Cincinnati, right? I wouldn't have picked him no kind of way. Let me find him. Make sure that's his name. Eris and Cameron, that's his name. Mm-hmm. And they met while he was still in prison. Now, he's in the music, of course. I think he's an aspiring rapper. I ain't quite sure, right? But he be in the studio. He looks like he don't want nothing, ain't gonna get nothing, don't care about nothing. That's what he looked like. Now, his sisters, they showed his sisters, and they gave him, this last episode, they gave him now they got married right away, 2-3 days out, and she had her daughter. Her daughter's 9 years old. Like, why would you bring that strange man around your daughter? Anyway, the daughter had been talking to him while he was in jail. I think it's setting a bad example. Like, you can do whatever you want. Like, Monique, she don't have any kids. It's just her, just go, you want to be with them, go, just be with them. But when you're a mother, you're held at a different standard and a higher level, right? I would not bring a strange man that I do not know around my daughter. And I wouldn't have my daughter talking to him in prison. That would make my daughter think it's okay to meet dudes in prison, right? Well, anyway, the girl seems smart. She's only 9. She seems very intelligent, right? So evidently her mother's been talking to her like a grown woman for some time. Well, anyway, they get married. And the next day, now she has to go back 2 days later. The next day, his family gives him a welcome home party, which they should have waited until she left. But they were having a welcome home party so they could meet her and get to know her. Even though they met her briefly, but they wanted to get to know her, and they were at the wedding. But they were having a welcome home party for the people who weren't at the wedding, so everybody get to know her. She was tired, and she didn't go. You know, you got married the night before. You didn't have sex all night. You're tired. You done drove miles and miles. Because she's from, where's she from? She's from somewhere. Where's she from? He's in Cincinnati, and she's from somewhere different. Jersey, I don't know where she's from. She's from somewhere. But, yeah, she's from somewhere. I don't forget where she's from. She's not from there, right? So she's going back. She wanted to spend the day with her man, which I understand that. He wanted to go spend the day with his family, which is what he did. Now, as soon as he got there, he got pissy drunk. He got so drunk the producers had to guide him into the hotel, wherever they were staying, into the hotel. They let him sit in the lobby and sleep for an hour. That's how he was pissy drunk. And that is one of his problems because he had got out before and got violated and had to go back because of his drinking. Is this what you want? And then she automatically thinks he's supposed to be a husband. He ain't. He's the same dude he was. He ain't. Right? So he finally makes it up to the room. They had to guide him to the room. He was pissy, sloppy drunk. He gets in there. Now, she's sick. That's why she said she didn't go to the outing because she was sick. And she said, where did you bring my medicine? He said, I didn't bring it. I don't know if he said he forgot. I forgot what he said. And she said, well, why you didn't bring the medicine? He said, I don't know, divorce me, right? He's sloppy drunk. And she says, get out of the room. I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, what did you think he was going to be? What did you think he was going to be? Like, I don't know. She said, well, he's a husband now. Do you think he's just like that, and he's going to be magical, and he's going to do all the things you want him to do? No. Women have to understand, even if you know him, let's just say it's your husband and you know him and you've been knowing him for years. When he comes home, he has to digest. He has to regroup. He got to refresh, renew. He got to everything, get himself together. He's got to figure out what he going to do, right? These women want these men to come right out and be the perfect man. They're not going to do that, sis. They're not going to do that, right? So that's Eris and Cameron. I don't know how long they're going to last. I don't have them lasting long because he seems like an idiot. Now, the first couple, like I was saying, Monique and Derek wants good for himself. He wants better. He wants different. We'll see. The problem I see them having is that he's going to cheat. But on the other hand, Cameron is just like he ain't going to worth a quarter. Just like Gabby and Chris, he ain't worth a quarter. right? Okay, and then you have this couple. I may have hope for them, but they're stupid. They showed me how stupid they was on the last episode, and that is, where are they? Because they're in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that is hold it. Not them. I'm gonna talk about them in a minute. That is here they are. Michael and Justine from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Now, I thought they was married before he got, I thought she had married him before. I found out on this last episode that they got married in prison. This is another one that did not know this man and married him in prison. Okay. Found out that her mom has really been helping her with her kids. She has 3 other kids. On this episode, she finds out she's pregnant by him, and he tells her to quit her job. I'm going to repeat that. She is pregnant with her 4th child. He tells her to quit her job because he wants her to stay at home and be a mother. They don't have any income. I almost fell out the chair. So now her mother's coming to visit. And she tells the mother that she's pregnant. Now, she wasn't supposed to tell the mother until he got there. He's at the studio, of course, another studio guy. And he said all he needs is that one hit and he'll be set for life. Now, he's in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. I ain't never heard of Johnstown. So when he go to the studio, the guy he's written the studio time from said, listen, this ain't even the market for that. You're not going to get any bookings out here. Because first of all, I think he's Latina as well. And that's a white town. And so her and the mom walk and go to dinner. He bought her a car too. I think he's an ex-drug dealer now. I think he got some change hid somewhere. Because he said, he told the mama when they were at dinner that he paid the rent this month. And the mama said, well, how are you all going to take care of these kids and pay your bills and do what you need to do? She said, I've been helping her for all her life. Every time she get with somebody, she have a baby bound. That's what the mama said. So now she's pregnant with you. And let me get her name right, Justine was, I just got a phone call from somebody I've been waiting on. Justine was angry with her mom for her mom telling her the facts. Like, you don't have to get pregnant right now. Why are you pregnant now? Why did you quit your job? You moved to this town and people gave you an opportunity. And now you want to quit. I'm telling you, it was so bizarre. I'm telling you, the whole episode was bizarre, right? Like, I don't understand. I understand you want a man. I understand being lonely. I understand needing help. I understand all of that. But these dudes can't offer you that. Not right now. Not right now, right? Now, Justine, like I said, what is his name again? Justine and Michael. They are, they may make it. They may make it, but I don't know, because she's like childlike, I'm discovering, right? She's childlike. Yeah, so anyway. These people are ridiculous. Now, there's another girl, white girl and white guy. It's 2 more. White girl and white guy. This lady she got rare antique jewelry or something, right? Well, she had been spending all her money on dude. Where she's living at, she was living in Fort Lucie, Florida. The landlord found out she had an ex-con there. They had 2 weeks to get out. Now, I don't know how they do in Florida. I thought you at least get 30 days. She had to get out, so now they're homeless. You have spent all this money and all your time and all your resources on this dude for the last 4 years, and now you're homeless. So they drive all the way, I want to say, to Virginia, to his mama's house, because that's where they got to live. They ain't got no money. And she's so busy trying to convince his mama that she's going to make it right. He's the man. Let him go work and get some money, right? I'm telling you, this is the most ridiculous. The other couple on there, they both just got out, and they're both ex-addicts. They're both addicts, I should say addicts, right? Her mama's worried she's following behind her, chasing behind her, because she worried she's going to use again. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic, y'all. Like I said, the other seasons, somebody could had some money, can help the other. This here season, it shows just how low self-esteem folks is, right? Y'all got to watch it. Come on Fridays. Love After Lockup, right? Love After Lockup. It's ridiculous. Just utterly ridiculous. And like I said, this season it's the best and the worst. Best and the worst, if y'all can imagine that, right? You got to love yourself. But these women, what these women, like I've watched a couple episodes where a man picked a woman out of prison. Um, but it's mostly women picking these dudes, right? And they ain't got nothing on, ain't never had nothing. And then they treat them to something that they ain't never had, right? They ain't never had it so good. They don't know how to, they're not respecting that. They're not appreciating that, right? Y'all got to watch Love at the Lockup, child. It's something. But the black girl, Monique, has went viral because I guess because she's an overweight girl. But she's a pretty girl, but she's an overweight girl. Her name is Miss Monique on IG. Check them out. And his name is something, Live Life Truth, something like that. You'll see him. You'll see him on IG. Anyway, y'all, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you build your self-esteem up so you don't have to search for your dude in prison. And don't forget to email, cash at me, and comment. Okay, y'all? All right. You know, you got to watch it. It's so disgusting. I don't know.